typically, this is our annual meeting that we would have in conjunction with our annual conference. But like all of you, we've had to find other ways of doing things. So for now, Zoom is it for today for us. Just one housekeeping item. The slide deck will be shared with the Google folder, and also a link to a survey. So if you would do that for us, we'd be very appreciative of that to get your feedback. I suppose I should introduce myself. My name is Wendy King. I am the current president of the PHSA board. And I am a current director of a Head Start program in Mercer County. We have Head Start, Early Head Start, HISP, and pre-K counts. And it is wonderful, like I said previously, to see so many faces and have such great attendance this morning. So I'm going to get started. Most of you know Blair. He is our PHSA board president, and he has welcomed you all in this morning. Okay, can we pull up the slide deck?
Sure. Can you see it? Is that good, Wendy?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Perfect.
All right.
So I'd like to just review the purpose of our meeting and why we like to do this annually. To review the activities and the accomplishments for the year, share plans for the upcoming year, connect with our members, which is so important, probably the most important. I think we get a lot of information from each other. And obviously, like most of you, we have bylaws, so to fulfill the requirement of our bylaws. I think the next thing I would like to do, and whether you have your sound on or not, I think it's really important to say your mission statement and your vision statement as you start any meeting. It helps us to remain focused on what we are doing and the opportunities that we have together. So I would like to read our mission statement. Pennsylvania Head Start Association improves the future for children, families, and communities who are economically challenged. Our vision statement, the Pennsylvania Head Start Association advocates for children and families who are economically challenged to ensure all children reach their full potential. As a responsive, collaborative, and thriving organization, we embrace diversity, promote comprehensive services, and unify the early childhood community by leading the charge for professional development, information sharing, and advocacy. I would like to, at this point, thank our outgoing board members, Adam Wolf, Jamie Devon, Casey Croft, Angie Kritzer, Jamie Clark, and Kelly Showers. They have been on our boards for years. We value their dedication. Some of them have served their terms and cannot continue with us. Some have left their programs for personal reasons or to pursue other opportunities. And we wish them the best and thank them for their service to our board over the past couple of years. We will miss them. We do have some new incoming board members. And we'd like to welcome them at this time. Tammy Ozagovich, Stacy Lewis, and Rena Irwin. We have 3 new members. They'll be starting and commencing their new terms in July. We are still in need of staff representation as well as parents. So if any of you have anyone in your programs or know of anyone who would be interested, please reach out to Blair or myself. Our emails, I believe, are on the website, and you could, we will get in touch with them. But we do have a wonderful board. We meet at 4 times a year. We do have other committees that meet at other times. But everyone on our board is absolutely wonderful, and we are looking for people with energy and who want to help us. So keep us in mind, and if you have anybody, please have them contact us. At this time, I'd just like to introduce our executive committee. Obviously, myself as president, Beth White is our vice president, Vince McMullen is our treasurer, and Angie Kritzer was our secretary. So since leaving the board, we are in need of a secretary. At this time, I'd like to introduce the PHSA staff. Blair Hyatt is our executive director, Kara McFalls, associate executive director. Our newest member to the staff, full-time position, started mid-March, is Kim Tuminello, and it's a new position. It's our LEAM position, we are calling it, Learning, Education, and Events Manager. Kim's doing a fabulous job, and we welcome her to PHSA staff team. And Laura McMichael is our fiscal manager, and she is with us today. At this time, I'd just like to go over our board leadership. In our friends category, we have Lillian McEwen, Michael Shipman, Kate DeTillo, Lauren Allen, and Stacy Lewis is our newest member. We have two parents, Desiree Smalls and Jessica Spradley. Program staff, Jackie Holquist, Matt Rogan, and Kelly Williams. And our program administrators, Lynn Biga, Brenda Franzalio, myself, Beth White, Deidre Bashir, and our newest member, Tammy Ozagovich. And like I said, we are seeking more members in our parent and staff categories. So again, I'm putting that plug in there. We need more members. One of the things that we're really proud of is our PHSA regional and national representation on the other association boards. So in Region 3, which Pennsylvania is part of, Paula Margraf, Matt Rogan, Jessica Spradley, and Blair are all representing PHSA on the regional board, and Blair serves as a treasurer. On the National Head Start board, Paula, Matt Rogan, and Jessica Spradley are the Region 3 representatives on the National Head Start Association board. We're active members. Pennsylvania is well represented by these staff and board members, and I just want to thank them at this time for keeping us connected. So let's talk about a little bit around advocacy. So we, as PHSA members, are members of the 4 campaigns and coalitions in Pennsylvania, and I'm just going to review those. Pre-K for PA is the HISP and Pre-K Counts advocacy campaign. Childhood Begins at Home. There are 6 evidence-based home visiting models, of which Early Head Start is one of those. Start Strong PA is the advocacy coalition for childcare, and right now their focus is on infant toddler. And the newest is Thriving PA. It's a new group funded by the Pritzker Group, and they are focusing on maternal and infant health. And many ways in which, you know, we engage our members and these coalition partners are through like virtual visits, field visits, committee involvement. And it's really important that as PHSA, that Head Start, Early Head Start is represented and part of these advocacy groups. So we're very proud of that as well. So let's look at the asks that we are at some level for states still waiting to hear with the hopeful approval of the July budget from the governor. For 2023, the state ask for the Head Start state supplemental was 10 million, Pre-K Counts 60 million, community-based family center 15 million, nurse family partnerships 1.2 million, and expanding postpartum coverage to 12 months, adding 8 million. Serving more infants and toddlers in early intervention, not Part B, but Part C, an additional $11.5 million. So we are hoping with the budget and the governor's budget that these things get approved. We are fortunate to have a governor that has committed so much to early childhood over the past few years. So I would just at this point like to, make mention of that with Governor Wolf and hope that it continues with whoever will be his predecessor. The federal proposals. So with the ask for fiscal year 23 in October, there's going to be a 4.4 billion increase in ask of 15.4. In fiscal year 2022, it was at 11 million ask. So we are hoping for fiscal year 23 that we would receive more money. 596 million for cost of living, and 2.5 billion, which would probably be in a quality improvement ask for improved staff compensation. We'll talk about what we just did receive moving forward here, but we all know that this is an area that most programs are struggling with, is paying higher rates and salaries for our staff. So who greatly deserve it. The next slide shows some of the advocacy events that were held over the past year. To the left is Representative Oberlander with Jefferson Clarion and law enforcement. So some of you may see yourselves in these screenshots of virtual visits. On the top right is First Lady Wolf, and she is meeting with the Pre-K for PA campaign partners, PHSA, Fight Crime, and PHSA, and some of our HISP and Pre-K counts providers. And in the bottom right or middle is a meeting with Senator Casey with PHSA and member programs in March. So these are, like I was talking about previously, we might not be able to do so much in person, but we are still staying connected and trying to meet with representatives and other community partners across the state. We shared this with you last year. This is our new 5-year strategic plan. We're still in year 1, moving into year 2. I'd like to review the goals are build equity, inclusion, and diversity, amplify professional development opportunities to grow and sustain the ECE workforce, excuse me, promote the work of Head Start and Early Head Start, foster program resiliency through collaborative response to challenges, celebrate, welcome, and support the voices of parents and families. And the PHSA board and staff reflect on the strategic plan and use this as a guide in our work as we meet over the year to make sure that we are focused on our commitment to you as a membership. And we'll get into some of the accomplishments that relate to some of these goals in the next few slides. So we're very proud of some of the things that we have accomplished over the past year and helping all of you and our members. We've conducted and published a new wage and benefit survey. Hopefully you've participated in this, or if you want a copy, I believe you still can get a copy. I know in my program, we do use this. Also, continued response to the pandemic. I know the Monday leadership Zoom meetings are a huge success and have continued. And hopefully we will continue to do this. This is probably the best town hall meeting that you can attend weekly to help share with some of your challenges and also share successes. And PHSA has been leading the representation at the National Head Start Stand Up Weekly Call. Public policy has continued to update their policy report and share those with those that are needed at the state and federal level. And this is what I was talking about previously. Recently, we received, Head Start programs received a HISIP increase at the state level. We received at the beginning of this program year a cost per slot increase, $11 billion for COLA and quality improvement at the federal level. The COLA equated to 2.28%. Quality improvement did not come in as high as we thought it would. I know while we're thankful for that, we sure could use a lot more. So we're hoping that next year, you know, we just need to continue to share our concerns and what is needed in our programs. And then advocacy efforts to address enrollment, the vaccine and masking mandates, staff pay, eligibility, and flexibilities. Our new learning, education, and events manager position, that was a part-time position in the past. We made that full-time. And as I said before, working very well to help us provide all of the professional development opportunities that we are doing. Professional development virtually. These events were held over the last year. We did have a spring conference last April, mental health first aid sessions. I believe it was Feldman Tucker that came in and helped us kind of examine the COVID-19 vaccine mandate for Head Start programs. There was a HISIP budget webinar that was held for members. Region 3 Early Head Start Home-Based Institute, the National Center Program Management and Fiscal Operations, PMFO, I believe is still going on. That's a 10-month series with peer learning cohorts. Learning communities, this is something that was started last year and it was going very well. And then with staff challenges, it was put on hold, but we would like to get those started again, which would mean if you have a manager or someone in your program who you think could facilitate these learning communities, with the help of the PHSA staff, please go under on the website under the events and calendar and make a comment there or share a name with us. The areas where we would like to have learning communities are health and nutrition, education, mental health and disabilities, and early Head Start home visiting. I think the learning communities in the spring were family community engagement or social services. I know some of my staff did attend and they were very pleased and got a lot of really nice ideas. So we'd like to start those again. And then, of course, we've all been talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And there have been some learning sessions for staff and the board that we have been attending regularly that we have committed to. PHSA has partnered with Octal and PACA to host the annual Early Childhood Summit over the past years. I know the past 2 years have been virtual. I wish I could share with you today that it was going to be in person again next year, but it's not. They're going to go one more year virtually. It will be October 17th through the 22nd. And there is a call for presenters that is out right now. It just came out this week. I know some of the best and favorite sessions are those that are facilitated by our own members. So share your talents. If you know, if you have a great collaboration in your community, I know we all have wonderful staff. So if you have anybody internally or you have great ideas or collaboration or anything successful that you feel is happening in your program and you'd like to present that to others, please fill out the call for presenters and be part of the PHSA group as we are part of the Early Childhood Summit. Some things that we have that we're working on and on the horizon. We want to continue our work with regional and national partners on the workforce crisis. We're going to survey our membership 2 different ways, and we're going to do this once a year. One thing we'd like to know is what your challenges and needs are, and that will help us inform our resource development so that we can help you to address things that you're struggling with, and then survey our membership annually for professional development needs. PHSA will be writing and publishing an annual report, and hopefully that will be out in the fall. And then we still need members for 2 work groups that we wanted to start. These, you don't necessarily have to be a board member, but we'd like to have 2 work groups. One to help us address diversity, equity, inclusion, and then parent and family voices. And then, like I said, we're still hoping to recruit board members for staff and parent categories. That's all I have for a presentation today and updates for you. But I know last year we did have a time where we opened it up for discussion. And I would greatly appreciate any input as to how PHSA can help you in the upcoming year. If anyone would like to share what their top challenges are right now, and if there in any way we could help. And also, I'd like to just put out again that even though you might not be interested or can volunteer your time to be on the board, we do have many committees. And if you're interested on being on a committee, we are always open to new members in that capacity. So I just want to put that out there. At this point, I am going to open it up. And if anybody would like to share anything or would like to add anything, I would greatly appreciate it. Anyone? Comments?
Hi, Wendy, it's Jenny.
Hi,
DCI
Jenny.
here. I rarely get to get on the meetings on Mondays, but when I was able to, I can say not only were they informative, but it made me as a director feel like a human being and that I was not losing my mind. And that I hate this saying, but I think it's really true in the work that even though I'm new to it, I hear veterans say that like this is one of the toughest years. And you know, I don't know that it's misery loves company, but people that are trying to learn and grow, they like to know that they're growing, and the people that are veterans need to know it's okay. And I feel like the avenue and the venue that you set up allows us to do so. So I thank you because that meant a lot to me in this work.
Jenny, thank you so much. I know I can share in your feelings. I'll be starting my 26th year in August. And I have to say, this is one of the most difficult years that we have had to face, at least I have. We've had so many just trying to still recover from COVID. And then if we are recovering, I don't even know where we're at this point with COVID, but it's not going away. And then we had so many different things that were thrown at us this year with the vaccine mandate and the mask mandates. And then, you know, many of us who had HISP with applications, it was a new application process. So we're used to change, but I think we're tired. I think everybody is just tired, and it's okay to say that. It took me, you can admit that. It's all right, and I think we just have to keep working together and support each other. So I appreciate your comments, Jenny. Thank you so much. Anyone else? A couple comments. She seconds this. This is Lily Dipner. but it makes her feel good to know that she's not going crazy pretty much like the rest of us. So, okay, I'm not going to, go ahead.
Oh,
I'm
I was gonna say, I think it's on everybody's radar, but keeping the workforce at the front of where we are, and that a $2 investment goes a long way, but we know we need more than two to get people to a wage. I thought it was shared with me. We recently gave a pretty hefty increase to a lot of individuals as one, they're professionals, they've always deserved it. Two, we'd like them to stay. And so one of them said, it's nice to finally being paid like a professional. And she's been with us for decades. So I think about that.
That's great that you were able to do that. Yeah, we had a large event last night, a family event outside, a carnival type of a thing. And it was so nice to talk to our staff, like be together, it was an open space. We were safe, but we've, we don't feel as connected anymore as a program. I think many of us, like small meetings, clusters, like we used to have, being with our families, working together, different departments. It just felt really good to be together for a common goal. So I'm hoping someday soon we all can do that again, maybe next year. Our annual conference could be in person with our meeting, so we can all see each other again. But if there isn't any other comments, I just want to end by saying thank you. It's wonderful to see so many people on this morning. Appreciate your time and all that you do every day. Blair? Yes.
Yeah, can I just say one thing connecting to this? Yes, things are really hard, and I just want to connect a couple of dots here. We know that we had been pushing for the Build Back Better money, and that fell apart. And I know that at least here it was deeply disappointing. I'm assuming other people it was. So we will be sending out an additional survey to our members next week about what are your current situation with enrollment, with staffing, with classrooms being open and closed, and questions about if you don't get more money and you have to resolve all these issues by doing a change in scope, how many fewer children would you have to serve if you did that? And we will be using that body of information to push the pressure point that we've identified as our legislative leaders. So Senator Casey and our representatives, Kelly, et cetera, that are wild. We have a whole bunch of very strong supporters, so that if people didn't notice it, where NHSA has moved their focus is that they literally rolled the 2.5 billion we didn't get in Build Back Better into the budget request for 2023. So we are going to be working with you. We need you to fill out the survey so that we can, state very clearly, this is what the situation is in Pennsylvania, and this is how it's impacting children. These are the children that aren't being served. And if we can't get enough money to sustain and maintain our staff, what programs will probably have to do in terms of a change of scope to resolve the situation. So if you give us that information, then we are going to be doing visits and using that to drive or push Congress to accept, what NHSA is asking for, because it's very clear without something really significant, programs aren't going to be able to, people keep saying on the Monday calls, for those of you that aren't there, this isn't sustainable. And just want to say, we are hearing you that it's not sustainable, and we are actively engaged in a strategy to do something about it. So that's good. So,
thank you, Blair.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, I believe we are ready to move on. The next part of our meeting is the presentation of the Francine Bunch Awards. And at this time, I would like to introduce Jackie Holquist. She is a board member and the chair of our outreach committee. And at this time, Jackie, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Thanks, Wendy. Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. As I said earlier, happy Friday. It's my second favorite day after Saturday. So anyway, so many of you already know about Francine Bunch, but for those of you who don't, I'm just going to talk a little bit about Francine Bunch and then talk about 2 awards, which is always really awesome to give some positive recognition to after hearing some of the things we were just talking about and the stress of the year. So Francine Bunch began her involvement with Head Start as a parent in the Lancaster Child Development Program's Head Start. She was an active parent at the center that is now named in her memory and as a volunteer in the classroom and for parent activities. She was hired in the classroom as a classroom aide in the Lancaster Head Start program and quickly became a parent involvement worker. Francine's devotion to involving parents with their child's development and the community was recognized by the program. And she received a promotion to parent involvement coordinator. As parent involvement coordinator, she worked with parents both in Lancaster City and throughout Lancaster County. She was loved by the city and county parents. She saw she saw them as a total person. She honored their eagerness, caring, intelligence, humor, and all the good things that help make us people. Francine recognized the importance of continuing one's education and always encouraged parents to return to school, further their education by attending adult trainings, OTEC, or college. Francine was one of the early organizers for the Pennsylvania Parents Staff Association and the Region 3 Association. The month prior to her death, Francine worked diligently to host state meetings for parents in Lancaster. Francine always worked with a smile and saw the positive in people with whom she came in contact. So we hold the Francine Bunch Memorial Award, and it's given to a parent each year and a staff person from the PHSA member organizations displaying the qualities of Francine Bunch. And so like I said, we offer a parent award every year and a staff award. And I'll talk first about the parent award. And I believe Jeannie Wayland, you're on here. I was just trying to search through the list of names on this on the Zoom today. So Jeannie was nominated for the Francine Bunch Parent Award by the Pocono Services for Families and Children. Her love for the Head Start began as a child in New Jersey. She carried on when she became a parent in Head Start from 2003 to 2005. She loved home visits and the services Head Start offered. She attended meetings, became involved in community agencies. She started volunteering in the program and began her early education and social work college education. She joined the Pocono Services for Families and Children as a combo teacher so that she could continue being involved in home visits. During her time with Pocono Services for Families and Children, she was a role model and supported families in advocating for their children with disabilities when entering kindergarten. She did her internship as a family support specialist, working to establish positive relationships with families to help keep moving them forward. She also worked with Pocono Alliance Smiles program, further supporting at-risk kindergarten-age children. She sat on the heroin opioid task force, helping families facing addiction. She has also worked with women who are transitioning from the prison system. She's now an early intervention service coordinator supervisor for her community. So I'd like to present this first parent award to Jeannie. If you're on here, never find everybody. So would you like to say anything if you're on here?
I just
see you.
would like to thank everyone for
It's really hard to hear you.
the amazing opportunity.
Great. Thank you. It's really hard to hear you, but we appreciate everything you've done for your community and for Head Start.
Congratulations, Jeannie.
Congratulations. All right, and so for the staff award, Rochelle Bonner, known lovingly as Shelley, started as a parent with Capital Area Head Start 17 years ago. While in Head Start as a parent, Shelley became active in Policy Council. And while involved with Policy Council, she applied for a job. She worked in the classrooms and then as a receptionist for over 13 years. Currently, Shelley is the office manager and assistant to executive director. She's invaluable to the executive director, the entire director team, and all staff members. During Shelley's time at Head Start, she has also been a valuable resource for families. While on policy council, she was a voice not only for her own children, but all the children at her center, as well as other centers. She represents Capital Area Head Start on the Health Service Advisory Committee, and she helps plan many teacher appreciation events, along with our in-service days, and always steps in to help out. Even if you don't ask her, she just steps in and helps you out. As a former parent and current staff member, and many parents and staff members look to her for encouragement. We've seen that Shelley has been involved with Head Start for many years and continues to grow professionally and educationally. Are you there, Shelley? Hi, Shelley.
Hello. Thank you, guys. I'm really honored. Thank you, Shawnee, for nominating me and all our current staff that are on here. This is 20 years coming up for employment and 22 years of involvement. So Head Start's been here for my kids and me. So as a parent and as a staff member, and I love what we do, which is why I'm here and trying to keep our program going. So thank you very much.
All right. So on behalf of the Pennsylvania Head Start Association, sorry for getting the years wrong, Shelley. On behalf of the Pennsylvania Head Start Association, we'd like to commend you for your commitment to Head Start and of course the families that we all serve. Thank you, guys.
Congratulations, Rochelle. Shelley, sorry.
Shelley.
That was too good.
And you need to send us back a picture of you guys with your award. We'll put it on the website. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Congratulations to both winners again for your time and dedication to the programs. It's greatly appreciated. Okay, next up is the presentation of the Jeff Koppel Scholarship Awards. This is the second year that this award will be presented. Last year was the first. We do have with us today Sharon Koppel, who is the wife of Jeff Koppel, who will share a little bit about give us a little introduction about the scholarship itself. Sharon, welcome, and it's good to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning to everybody. It's nice to see all these somewhat familiar faces, a few still. Geez, I'm 12 years out this spring, a long time. Anyway, my name is Sharon Koppel and I am Jeff Koppel's wife. Jeff and I shared a devotion to Head Start during our professional careers. Jeff died of two very rare cancers in January of 2020. His Head Start director friends suggested that we establish the Jeff Koppel Memorial Head Start Scholarship Fund. And I'm very honored today to be part of making these awards for Head Start scholars who are receiving the scholarship. Jeff spent most of his career in the trenches as a hands-on administrator of Head Start and other preschool programs. First in Huntington County, where he started the agency now providing Head Start, and then in Berks County. He believed in his core that Head Start worked through dedicated staff, good leadership and governance, and a strong relationship with staff, parents, families, and our communities. He lived it, he practiced it, and he helped others achieve it. The last 15 years he spent providing administrative support through the training and technical assistance arm of Head Start. He helped programs across Region 3, while he also supported his directors and agencies in Central and Northeast PA. He helped others learn and grow as he continued to learn and grow from all of his interactions in the Head Start community. Jeff was a people person who valued relationships. He knew knowledge and skills were important, but listening, helping people grow, and providing support along the way was equally important. We hope this scholarship provides you, the Head Start student recipients, with some additional support to learn and grow to your potential. Jeff's director friends and I all miss him terribly, but this scholarship will keep his belief in the value of Head Start alive and will remind us that he brightened our days, and we hope this scholarship brightens yours. Thank you and congratulations to this year's recipient winners.
Thank you, Sharon. At this time, I'd like to turn this over to Lynn Biga, who is also a board member and director of one of our programs in Pennsylvania. Lynn, I'm going to let you do the presentations.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Sharon. It's so wonderful always to talk about Jeff. And thank you, Wendy. My name is Lynn Evans-Bigga, and I am the director for Luzerne County Head Start. And I have the honor today of introducing the 2022 Jeff Koppel Memorial Scholarship winners. In honoring these two outstanding students who represent so beautifully the benefits of a good beginning in life as a Head Start student. Our first winner today, I have to say, is not able to join us, but we will share this presentation with her. She had a school commitment that she had to keep. So our first winner is Hannah Abraham, who is from Lidditz, Lancaster County. She is a student at Warwick High School in the Warwick School District. She is receiving, as we said, the Pennsylvania Head Start Association's Jeff Koppel Memorial Head Start Scholarship Award in the amount of $2,500. Hannah was a Head Start student in the Mannheim Head Start program from 2007 to 2009. She will attend Haverford College near Philadelphia. She is a first generational student with immigrant parents. Hannah hopes to be one day help other immigrant and low-income families as she understands how difficult it can be. Hannah said in her information that she shared with us that the Head Start program was helpful to her and her family in many ways. Head Start is where she learned English and where she met students who she said looked like me and did not look like me. She recalls that living in a new country was stressful for her family and that Head Start provided a sense of relief for them, as they knew that Hannah was being cared for and receiving a beautiful early childhood education. Hannah said she is thankful for the help that the program provided to both her and her parents. Hannah's English teacher in high school said, Hannah has an inherent love of learning. She will take advantage of every opportunity with which she is presented because she believes there is always more to know, more to contemplate, more to study. Hannah leads by setting a quietly dignified example that others cannot help but want to emulate. Hannah is a role model for her peers. Outside of the classroom, Hannah is involved in a number of school activities, including marching band, student government, where she was the secretary of her class, Spanish National Honor Society, a suicide prevention awareness and prevention organization, diversity club, National Honor Society, and Interact. In addition to her busy schedule, Hannah also holds 2 part-time jobs at a local cinema and a restaurant. So I would just say, in her absence, we wish she could be here, but we congratulate her very much and wish her the very best in her success in her future endeavors.
Wonderful.
I don't know if anyone is here from the Lancaster County Head Start program. If they are, they can tell us. Okay.
Yep, I'm
Otherwise,
Lancaster County.
you're from Lancaster County?
Yep.
Well, congratulations to you as well. Would you like to say anything?
Just we're very we're very excited. I mean, that was the first actually I saw it. So when I read it, I went, wow, that's great. How exciting. So
That's really wonderful. Well, we all know that Head Start makes the difference. And for these 2 individuals that we're introducing today, truly it is life-changing what happens when you come to Head Start. Okay, well, let me go on to our next recipient of the Jeff Koppel Memorial Scholarship. And his name is Glenn Barnes. And Glenn Barnes is from Lawrenceville in Tioga County. He is a student at the Cowanesca Valley Junior Senior High School in the Northern Tioga School District. And as I said, he is receiving our award in the amount of $2,500. Glenn was a Head Start student in the Bradford Tioga Head Start program from September of 2007 to May of 2009. Glenn will attend Oklahoma State University in Stillwater, Oklahoma, where he will major in agricultural engineering. Upon graduation, he plans to return to his family's dairy farm, where he will own and manage the farm that has been in his family for 7 generations.
Wow.
While the knowledge he gains from his post-secondary education, Glenn hopes to make positive changes to the operation through the use of computerized robotic technology. He is also working toward obtaining a pilot license to start a side business as an aerial application specialist. Glenn says the encouragement he received from his Head Start teachers helped him to achieve his goals and prepare him to be successful in kindergarten and beyond. His agricultural teacher says Glenn is a hardworking student who puts a lot of effort into everything that he does. He works well with others and acts as a leader. Glenn is always willing to lend a hand. Glenn is a member of the Future Farmers of America, National Honor Society, Student Council, and the Letterman's Club for soccer, cross country, basketball, baseball, and track. He also serves as a volunteer firefighter and participates in Operation Christmas Child and the FFA Alumni Association. In addition to being actively involved in his school and the community, Glenn is a dedicated student who ranks among the top 10% of his graduating class. He also holds a part-time job as a farm hand and a landscaper. It's our pleasure to award him this scholarship. I do believe, I heard that he was on our call today. Glenn, are you on our call?
Yes, I am here.
There you are, wonderful. And Glenn, is your mom on the call also?
Yes. Okay, what do I do?
Congratulations, Glenn. We're very proud.
Thank you.
Would you like to say anything, Glenn, right now?
Just thank you for the scholarship and the opportunity it's going to help me endure and my future in college.
Thank you, Glenn. Is your mom there, and would she like to say anything?
My microphone. She can't fix her microphone, so she'll talk on my phone. So what do I touch? Just talk. Just talk. Oh, yes. It was quite an opportunity. I had not heard of the Head Start program when I moved to this area, and our family advocate, who is also a fellow dairy farmer, encouraged us to enroll Glenn when we had the opportunity. So she was the force behind us getting involved. I now currently sit on our local board and have been involved with Head Start ever since my boys were involved, and I thoroughly enjoy it.
That is so special. Thank you for saying those words. And I would say that you're probably the force behind Glenn, for real. So
Thank you.
thank you for being such a great mom.
It's easy when you got great kids.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, we wish him the very, very best, and we'd love him to stay in touch and let us know how he's doing, okay? And you
Yes.
as well.
Thank you very much.
Is anyone here from Bradford Tioga Head Start?
I am. I had class.
Oh, okay. Hi, Carla. Do you want to say anything?
Glenn, I am so proud of you. Congratulations. I've earned it.
Thank you. Well, thank you, everybody. And it's just always such a pleasure to be able to do this. And congratulations to our award winners. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you. And congratulations again to the winners. And Sharon, thank you, for continuing to have something in Jeff's name. And I'm sure that he would be pleased to see those that are receiving the awards. These look like two really great young adults who are going to move forward and not forget what Head Start did for them. So I think this is really wonderful. So thank you again for being with us. Lynn, thank you. At this point, we are right on time for closing out our annual membership meeting. I just want to say it's been wonderful to see everyone. Hope we can get together soon in person. And we're always here to support you. Reach out at any time. If you ever have any ideas, we are open to suggestions. Do not forget to do your survey today, please. Just take a couple minutes and do that for us. But at this time, I'm going to say goodbye and enjoy your weekend and hope to see you soon. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.